but it was also largely on account of our reaction against the terror war that has been going on. And I think everybody realized in India that enough was enough, and we did need to take some action. It just so happened that in the last few months, I would say, that the infiltration has gone up, and the support to the jihadi elements within the J&K has gone up, and there have been a number of infiltration attempts. So to that extent, yes, it was a reaction, but if you look at it, it was overall, it was a start of a new initiative against the terror war that has been going on.
You talked about this being a new initiative against the terror war, sir. You know, we've already seen reactions coming in from the Pakistan government and so on and so forth. One doesn't know whether there is likely to be retaliatory action or not. But the army, of course, is fully prepared. As of now, the surgical strikes are off, and it is the end of the operation that took place at midnight last night. But in terms of retaliatory action, what would you now expect? Because on one hand, Pakistan has been denying having any involvement with the Uri attacks. What would you expect now?
Look, firstly, I must say that this was a very calibrated action that was taken. It was totally legitimate because we have stuck the terrorists who have been waging a war against us for so many years now. And it was as per the international norms. The international community has been taking such action all over the world earlier. And I would say that we did not target the Pakistani army or Pakistani public. The target was terrorist launch pads. And of course, we know people who are supporting them. And those casualties that have occurred in Pakistan Army, from Pakistan Army, as stated by the Pakistani spokesperson, are part of the collateral damage. Our objective aim was to hit the terrorist camps, which we have done. Now, what reaction can take place from the other side? As our own DGMO has pointed out, we are not interested in escalating. But if the escalation takes place because of a misadventure again from the other side, we are fully prepared for it. And that kind of activity, as you can see, is going on along the border. So we have to be prepared for any further misadventure or escalation that the other party, whether they are terrorists or they are Pakistani army, if they want to, if they decide to take.
Just on the manner in which the army went about this operations, 7 terrorist launch pads were targeted, and I understand from the information that we're getting that this was spread across a significant area. In fact, we understand that our armed forces actually went deep, about 2 kilometers into the LOC. Just to be able to put together an operation of this magnitude and this kind, what does it really take?
Look, you know, we do have contingency plans for such actions. After all, we have known about the launch pads for a long time, but finally, after we've gone through we have these contingency plans, but finally, when you decide to take an action, then a certain amount of refinement takes place, certain amount of latest information that is collected, that input is taken into account, and so you try and launch it, try and achieve as much surprise as possible. And obviously, for 2-3 days earlier, when we wanted to launch this thing, we could not have launched this attack because our External Affairs Minister was in the United Nations General Assembly, and that session was going on. So we had to wait for the appropriate time and appropriate occasion. As far as the information is concerned, most of this information was available with us, and the last 2-3 days we would have included the latest inputs that we got from the intelligence agencies.
Sir, you've got the experience of dealing with these situations. So let me then ask you, do you believe, and you said that this, in a sense, also sends out a message and a very strong message across the border, but do you believe that this will, in fact, act as a deterrent?
We have to see this. The fact is that we have taken all kinds of initiative, diplomatic, even economic, and all kinds of activities we have taken, but it has not worked really. And the military action or the military intention, we had never taken that initiative. So this has been added, and hopefully it acts as a deterrent. If it doesn't, well, then we'll have to see as to what kind of a response is made from the other side.
General Malik, always a pleasure speaking with you, sir.